Has been raising questions about George Stephanopoulos. Joining me now, the author of the upcoming new book out on May the 26th, Taking a Stand, Moving Beyond Partisan Politics to Unite America. 2016 presidential candidate, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. You mean you don't think this is just an innocent mistake? Once a Clinton crony hack, always one. He didn't think to disclose this. I don't buy it for 1 minute, but you've been saying this now for some time.
I had my first doubts when I watched the 2012 presidential debates, and you remember they came to Romney with this long question about Griswold, this Supreme Court case that at the time I'd forgotten what it was about, but it was really about the right to privacy and birth control. But this debate went on a somewhat technical legal point for about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm like, I've never heard of anybody that wants to ban birth control in the modern era. And lo and behold, it became this big campaign theme later on for the Democrats. And there was these stories that Stephanopoulos every day still communicated with Rahm Emanuel and with Carville and with people at the White House. And I thought it very unusual that people thought that he could be an independent or objective moderator when he had such close ties for decades to the Clintons, and, you know, that somehow he was going to all of a sudden become able to judge things independently without bias. But the latest revelations that he gave a lot of money to the Clinton Foundation. The question is that a payment for access? And I don't know that it is. I think he probably would have gotten access to the Clintons anyway, but it doesn't look right. And so I'm glad the fact that ABC's now saying that he won't participate in debates.
But I think it goes deeper than that. I mean, because he's the face of their Sunday public affairs news program. The idea that he says, oh, I thought this was already out there, that's just not believable. There's not one person that knew that he donated to the Clinton Foundation as he's berating Peter Schweitzer over his book and declaring an ABC News investigation has shown that there's no proof here. That seems to me like a coordinated interview. And what you're suggesting about 2012, and I agree with you, I want to know if there was coordination with Democrats to hurt Romney, because that question came out of nowhere.
And we also live in an era where you hear pretty routinely on the news that this is my opinion, but I also have given money to the Clinton Foundation. He could have said that, and that would have at least explained particularly. See, this isn't just a random occurrence. He's now interviewing the guy who is exposing the Clinton Foundation and then not revealing that he's a donor to the Clinton Foundation. There's a direct conflict of interest there, and I think really a breach of journalistic etiquette. And I don't know what's in Stephanopoulos' heart, what he believes, or whether he could try to be objective. It's just impossible. You know, I've grown up a partisan. I don't think I'm going to get the Sunday morning show as a nonpartisan ever, because my whole life has been spent as someone who believes in a certain point of view towards limited government.
Should any Republican go on that program, go on any of his shows? Should they even bother? Because I kind of view him as a Clinton apologist. He's always been one, and he's still one.
For the last year or so, we haven't gone on, particularly since it's looked like a contest where I may be in the contest against Hillary Clinton. We've made the decision that he's too close to the Clintons to really give an objective interview. And I don't mean that to be mean. It just is what it is. I would say the same for myself. I don't think I could separate myself and be an objective. I could be an opinion maker on TV, but I couldn't be someone who is seen as an objective, you know, non-partial journalist. And I think that's difficult because he spent so many years inside the Clinton operation, and also now still appears to be within the consortium that is Clinton Inc.
Yeah, I think well said, and I think that hurt in 2012. Candy Crowley hurt in 2012. Anyway, Senator, good to see you. Thanks for being with us. You were ahead of the curve on this.
Thanks, John.
And coming up, more on